Is it recording now? It's recording now. Okay, right now I'm going to work on the satin stitch. The satin stitch is for filling up larger spaces like this. It makes like a really nice thick bold line. It's also really good for blending colors. What I mean by that is if you're going to be doing like fabric painting, you put another color in between it and it makes it look like cross-hatching, like with drawing. So if you already know how to draw, it's a really good technique. The problem with cross-stitching, cross-stitching is a problem because I'm blabbering. Okay, the problem with the satin stitch is the back of the fabric. A lot of people use up too much fabric. Can I see someone's bad example? Just to show everybody. Just because, okay, it's supposed to be like like a running stitch, like with dots on the back side. But if you're not paying attention to it, like me in a lot of these places, you'll sew it on the back like that too. So it's not where you wrap around and around and around. It's so easy to do that. You have to go up and then over and then up and then over. So it's a lot easier than it looks. If you don't know where to place this, because right now we have 4 sections, 1, 2, 3, 4. Come up to me and I can help you. I put it in between like my first and second stitch, the back stitch and then the vine stitch, because it was a larger gap. If you don't have a larger space to fill in, that's okay, we'll figure something out. So I already got a lot of it done, and I'm focusing on like 5 or 6 over, and I'm going to try to keep it as consistent as possible, like with how many stitches over I'm going. Excuse me. So I'm going to start it off. I already kind of did right there, so I'm just going to go over my spot. You start from the back. I did my nails this weekend, and then I instantly ruined them because I painted my kitchen this color. And it's actually really close to that. It's crazy. It's tropical. Okay, and then I'm going to go up 1 stitch, just up 1 square, and then pulling it back. Remember, I'm anchoring it down so I don't pull my yarn through, embroidery floss rather. And then I just put my needle through that loop, and boom, I'm anchored in. I'm going to go back up in that same hole where I started out. That's not focused. Is that better? Kind of. I'm going to do that. I just sewed my pencil to the back of this. That's funny. Dudes and dudettes, lots of times people tangle up the back side of their piece because they either snag it on something or their yarn gets twisted. It's really dangerous. So I'm going to count how far over I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I go in. See, I am a mess up here. Make sure to cover your sneeze with the crook of your arm when you sneeze or cough. Otherwise you'll spread this disease. Okay, then I'm going to go up. Alright, so I'm on this side. This is my left side. And then I'm going to come on the same exact side as that. So I'm just going up 1 square from the back side. It's same, this is the left. Right? Left. And then I'm going up. And then I'm going to go all the way across the street. And then I go down into that square. That is one above the last one. When we have nicer fabric, because this is just burlap, there won't be a gap between this, and it will be harder for you to count over your stitches, so drawing lines will definitely help. So what we need to do next is go up 1 square on the same side that we just went in, and then we're going to go across 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I go in. And then when I put my needle through the back, it's going to come through the next square. Keep on trying to sew my pencils in here. Then you go over. So it is really easy to mess up and go the wrong way. And the burlap is spacing it out a lot farther this direction than it was that direction. That's just the nature of the beast. So you would continue that stitch. I'm going to just continue it for a little bit longer on here. There are ways to turn the corner with a cool, funky angle. I didn't want to mess around with that because it looked bad when I did it on burlap. It tightened it at the wrong edges, and it wrinkled my sheet of fabric. So I just stopped short and then turned the corner like that on the same line that I made these horizontal stitches, I ended there for my vertical lines, okay? So you can see it on the back side. Try to zoom out a little bit because it's way too close. Oh, well, okay, go closer. So on the back side, you can see I'm just going up one square, pulling it through, and then going across 5. So it will go a lot quicker as long as you're not sewing it on the back side. And then it also saves on fabric on screen. You could crisscross over this if you wanted to fill it up more. Like I could go back into the same hole that my last stitch was. It'll make a diagonal line instead. Kind of like tying your shoes. The burlap, some of the fabric in between these squares is really thin, so it's really hard to see how many squares over it is, because it looks the exact same. Next week we get to use real needles. They should be in soon. I do have enough for us to add a letter onto the inside of this project for our pendants. But for now, yeah, we're using our safety equipment. Yeah, good for us. Have you all had your tetanus shots?
Yeah.
Good. I think you had to have them to get into high school. You have to do it again for college, most likely. I don't like. Well, I don't mind because it, and I think to myself, at least it's not a bee sting, because I'm allergic to those. And wasps are the worst. I'm done with this. I'm going to stop. I'm getting off track. So are you guys. So boom, I'm going to upload.